Hello, my name's Teresa and I'm here with Sparrow Healthcare Education, and I'm going to be showing you the skill of a modified bed bath. So I'm going to introduce myself and then I will provide some privacy and go grab my supplies. Hi Betty, my name is Teresa and I'm going to be your CNA today. I'd like to help give you a bed bath if that's okay. So I'm going to wash my hands, I'm going to provide privacy, and I'm going to go grab my supplies. To carry my supplies, I've used my basin that I will use to get the water. I'm going to have a hand towel to provide as a barrier on the table so that I'm not contaminating anything. My basin can go in the middle of the table. I have another hand towel that will be a barrier for Betty as we do the bath. I also have 4 washcloths for the cleaning, and I have a clean gown for her, as well as my soap for the bath. Now I'm going to take my basin to the sink and I'm going to fill it with water. In the basin, there's marks along the side. I'm going to fill it with warm water between 1 and 2. I now have my water, and as you can see, there's enough water to get my washcloths wet, but not so much I'm going to spill it everywhere. Now that I have my water, I want my client to test the water to make sure that it's appropriate for them. Betty, can you tell me if this water is warm enough? Good, thank you. Now I'm going to remove Betty's gown and place it in the correct linen receptacle. Betty, we're going to cover you up to provide privacy for you and remove your gown. I'll throw this into the linen. Now I'm going to wash my hands and put on gloves. Now I'm going to place my hand towel under Betty's arm to provide a barrier between her and her bed. I still want to maintain privacy with the sheet as we're doing this. Now I'm going to wash Betty's face. I'm going to take one of my clean washcloths and I'm going to fold it into fourths. Then I'm going to get it wet. And we're going to clean her face, and we're not going to use any soap. We're going to start with her eyes, and you're going to go from the inner aspect of the eye to the outer. I will then fold down the corner of the washcloth, so I'm using a new clean spot for her other eye. And again, going inner aspect to outer. One more time, fold that down. I will now clean the sides of her face. I will go from her forehead down, flip it over, forehead down, flip it over, and I'm going to go right down the center. Now her face is clean. I'm going to use this one and put it over to the side of my basin on the opposite side of the clean ones. Now that Betty's face is clean, I'm going to dry her face. I'm going to take a clean washcloth and we're going to pat dry her face. And you can use the same side, or you can flip it to use a clean side to dry. Now that I'm done with this one, it will go on the same side as the wet one I used for her face. I'll now clean her arm. We're going to take clean one and fold it, and we're going to get it wet. So now with my washcloth wet, I'm going to wring it out and add some soap. Now I'm going to clean Betty's arm, starting at the hand. You want to make sure you get their fingernails when you're cleaning the hand. Then I will clean up her arm, making sure you get all surfaces and I will get her armpit. After I've done that, I will put the dirty washcloth over with the other dirty supplies. I'm going to take my last washcloth and get it wet. I will not use any soap. This one is going to be a rinse. So again, I'm going to start with her hand, making sure I clean all the soap off. Work my way up her arm. And into the armpit. This dirty one, again, goes with the other dirty supplies. The towel that we put under Betty's arm is what we're going to use to dry her arm. You can kind of fold it over and you're going to pat dry her hand, her arm, and her armpit. So after her arm is dry, I will then remove the barrier and put it with my other dirty supplies. Now that Betty is clean and dry, we're going to put a new gown on her. You want to maintain privacy as you put the gown on. An easy way to do this, lay the gown over the top of the sheet. Put one arm through. Put the other arm through. Make sure the gown is pulled up and tied behind their neck. And then you just pull the sheet out from the bottom while making sure that the gown stays up, covering everything. Then you can pull the sheet back up over the top of them. Now I'm going to empty the basin and dispose of all my supplies. The water will get dumped in the toilet or the commode. We're going to empty the basin into the commode without splashing. Then we're going to go to the sink to rinse. I'm going to rinse the basin. And then I'm going to empty this in the commode. We've rinsed the basin and now we're going to empty that into the commode. And then we're going to dry our basin. You just take a paper towel, dry that out. Paper towel disposed of in the garbage. And this will go in the dirty supply area. The soap will also go in the dirty utility where we put our basin. With the only thing left being our linens, I'm going to use the barrier that we had underneath our basin to roll up all of our other towels. And we're going to dispose of these in the linen receptacle. With everything cleaned up, I will now remove my gloves the proper way, grabbing from the palm, pull the glove off, 2 fingers, go under the glove, throw these into the wastebasket, wash my hands. Now I will check on my client. Hi Betty, is there anything else I can get you right now? No? Okay. I'm going to make sure that Betty has her call light before I leave. I will pull the curtain back. I'm going to make sure the bed is low and locked before I leave. And then I'm going to wash my hands. Skill complete.